Effectively using your CRM will instantly allow you to close more clients. In fact, using your CRM daily is the highest return on investment activity that you can do for your real estate business. So today I'm going to show you how to create your CRM. I'm going to show you how to do this without spending any money, and I'm going to show you how to follow up so you can close more leads. So make sure to stay to the end because I'm gonna actually gift this CRM to you at no cost. And if we're just meeting, welcome to Agent Startup Academy, where we train the next generation of top producing agents. Now, as we jump in, I'm gonna make a few assumptions. Number one, I'm going to assume that you know at this point that you need to use a CRM. Now, notice that I said use. I didn't say that you need to have a CRM because most of you already have a CRM regardless of the brokerage that you're with. As an example, you might be on my real estate team right now and are watching this as part of your onboarding. And if that's the case, I know for a fact that you have 3 real estate CRMs to choose from, the same 3 CRMs that eXp Realty gives us. But even if you're not part of eXp, I guarantee you that your brokerage has some sort of CRM that you can use. Now, once again, it's important that you actually use it. And using our system that you're about to see right now, I can guarantee you that you're going to be closing more transactions. Now, what you're seeing right now is a very customized way to create your CRM and leverage the follow-up system that I'm going to show you today. And everything that you're going to see right now was built upon Notion with no coding experience and no hours and hours and hours of having to recreate this. Now, let me give you an ultra brief demo so you can see how it works, and then I'm going to show you how to recreate it. In order to have an effective CRM, once again, you need to be using it. So in order for that to be the case, let's start adding some people that are going to be part of our CRM. Now, notice when I press new that this automatically got created. So the creation time has already been set and the rest of the information is essentially fillable, if you will. So we're going to go and we're going to build maybe 2 or 3 different profiles so you see what it would take for you to actually have a complete CRM. So we're going to go right into this right now. So when it comes to a client, we're going to go with Brian Client as an example. Let's say that this is a buyer. Let's say that their email is email@brian.com. Let's say Brian's email is 123-456-78, whatever the rest of it is. Address 123 Main. Now this is, let's just say this is a buyer, but this is their home address. Let's say it's 123 Main Street, and then you would continue it. Now, this is a very important field that you must fill out in order to get the system to work correctly. And here's what I mean by the system. I mean your follow-up system, so you're not missing a client, so you're not missing a transaction that should be destined to you. So on the follow-up date, you're going to select the date that you're going to follow up with Brian. This is so important. Now, I grant you that a lot of other CRMs have this type of field when you're going to be reaching out to them. But a lot of other CRMs cost hundreds of dollars to deploy, to implement. So if you don't have one, or if the CRM that your brokerage has is a bit too cumbersome, I encourage you to use this CRM in this system because it has helped us close way more transactions. And at this point, we have a database of about 10,000 leads. So it's something that absolutely works at scale. So we're going to say that tomorrow we're going to follow up with this individual. Now, this next part, so touch date, we're going to go with the first letter of the last name is a C. And this is what the touch date means. So what I would say is, to explain this follow-up system, is this allows us to nurture people that may not be in market, meaning that they're not looking to buy or looking to sell today, but they are going to be looking to buy or sell in a few months. And it would be wise of us to actually follow up with them monthly until that happens. That's what this system is designed to do. So what we tag them as is based off of the first letter of their last name is what we label them here. This is going to become very material when we go into our follow-up system, but I'm going to fill out a few profiles just so you get a sense of what it looks like. Now, when it comes to the status, we have a lot of statuses here. We have if a new lead has just gotten either came in through YouTube, came in through Google Ads, came in through Facebook, they're automatically automated and added into our system. here internally. Now that automation is something I can share with you at a future date. Just let me know in the comment section down below. Just comment automation and I'll make sure that I make that video for you. But today you're not going to see that automation at play. I'm going to show you how to actually do this manually. Now, if we did reach out to them and there was no contact, meaning we called and nobody picked up, then we would label it a 1. Why do we want to move it from 0 to 1? Well, because it at least shows that we've been in our CRM acting. Lead, there's still lead here. So notice that these are labeled as leads versus clients versus leads lost, blah, blah, blah. So you'll see the differences. Active follow-up, converting in 30 days. So here, this is a lead. This is somebody that is still considered a lead, not a client. A client means that they've already signed representation agreements and have formally become a client where we have additional fiduciary duties to them. A lead, we don't have that. They haven't even hired us. So it's somebody that could potentially work with us, but are not actual clients of ours now. So here, if we believe that the lead is strong, in other words, a warm lead, a hot lead, then we categorize it different. So we know that we're following up very systematically. Now on label number 3, so phase number 3, client actively searching. So once somebody does sign with us and they're actively searching for a home, or we're actively going to be taking them to market, then that's somebody that we're actively working with. So it's actively searching until we get under contract. So when we say under contract, we mean another party. So if we're showing homes and actively showing those homes to potential buyers, well, the moment that we send out an offer and it gets accepted, now we're under contract. This is really where our transaction management takes over. So our transaction managers, once it goes under contract, that's when they start the whole sequence of ensuring that all the documentations is in place, all the follow-ups are being made, the option money is being transferred, and all that fun stuff. And then the client is closed. So you see these labels that we're placing on our leads, so we know exactly how many leads we have, how many clients we have, how many clients are under contract, how many are closed, and things of that nature. Now, beyond the client list here, so we have short-term, long-term, lost, and never connected, do not follow up. So we have different categories for individuals depending on responses that we get. Not everybody is going to become a client, as you know, once we reach out to them and we actually do speak to them. Well, it's either they're not in it to win it right now, meaning it's going to take a little bit longer to nurture, then we would make that a short-term nurture. Now, if it's going to be longer than 4 months, then it would be a longer nurture. We would label it that way. So we know what our pipeline looks like. If it's somebody that at some point we feel that we lost them or are not going to be or lost and we are not going to be able to really do anything with them right now, they're shutting the door for any type of follow-up at the moment. So we're just going to put lost long-term follow-up. So it's a no for now in the immediate future. Now, if we never connect with them, then we never connected with them. At some point in time, we're going to keep trying. If we just never connect with them, they opted into one of our Facebook ads and they never reach out to us again. Oops. Right here. Sorry. I just realized that my video was covering part of it. With the lead that never connected, then we're going to label it never connected and remove our follow-up date. And then lost, we just don't follow up again. So it's somebody that says, get lost, F you, and get out of our lives. Then we're probably going to get out of their lives. All right, so for now, we're going to say that they are actively searching, right? Our lead source, we like to categorize where our leads are coming from. A lot of our leads do come from YouTube, so we can put YouTube. Any city that they're interested in. Now, these are, of course, more going to be on the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. You're going to replace them with yours, but let's say they're interested in Allen, and they're also interested in Richardson. So we would put those cities there. Once again, we like to have as much data as possible so we can run numbers on the back end to see, all right, where are our clients coming from? Where are they primarily interested in? This will allow us to create better content specific to what they're looking for. Now, if they have a budget, they have a $450,000 budget as an example. The date that's added, now with this creation time, this will usually take care of the date added, but sometimes let's just say we go to an open house and we forget to add when this actual client came into our lives. Let's say we did that open house on a Saturday and we get into the office on Monday. We need to upload our leads if we haven't done so already. Well, the lead didn't truly come in on Monday. That lead truly came in on Saturday when they gave you that sign up. So that's why we have this manual field. The reason that we have a date added here is because we want to see our average turnaround. We want to see, on average, if we're getting all these leads from YouTube, on average, what's it taking from us getting these leads to when they actually close, which is what you're seeing here. So on the transaction file, we link it up to our internal Google Drive that's linked up, where we have a specific folder for each one of our clients that ends up becoming a client. Right now, this isn't something that we add because they're not clients currently. Well, actually, this one, in this example, it is. So then we would start their profile. The date of closing, then we would put the date of closing here. So let's just say, as an example, this one hasn't closed yet, so there's nothing to be added. But again, the reason we're adding these dates is because we want to see how long it's taken us for us to close transactions. Now, since we do a lot of discovery calls and we're booking discovery calls for our agents on our production team, so our ISA team makes the calls and books appointments for our agents, we have a data discovery call, so our agents are always informed. Oh, this weekend I have 3 discovery calls. Oh, on Tuesday I have this discovery call at this time. We like to keep that information readily available to make our agents' life a lot easier. Again, this is more specific to the way that we do business. You could in theory, if you want to delete this, you're more than welcome to. But if you're part of our team already, or if you're part of our expansion network, then this is a field that you're going to absolutely need, as our ISA team follows on your behalf. Now, this is a complete CRM. Once again, this CRM has been tried and tested. There's almost 10,000 leads that have gone through here. Many leads have actually closed. Many of them have actually become clients. So they've gone through this. This has been tried and tested. We've had multiple ISAs, multiple transaction coordinators, multiple agents, multiple clients gone through this specific system to where it absolutely works. So all you have to do later on in this video, I'll share with you how to get this at no cost to you, and you can just duplicate it into your market. Now, when it comes to the CRM here, what I want to show you, just for the sake of time here, is I know I was going to add a few examples, but let's say up here, my follow-up list today, you're going to see that this is the real CRM, the actual CRM, and this is what's called a linked view here on Notion. I'll show you how to do this. So in order to do that, what makes this most effective, like my follow-up list today, once you get 1,000 leads, once you get even 20 leads, 50 leads, 100 leads, it becomes unmanageable. You don't need to click on each one of these profiles every single time to understand what's going on. So if you input the system the way the fields the way that we went through, what you're going to notice is that on this follow-up date, if I go, let's say I was supposed to follow up with them yesterday, but I forgot. Well, if I click here, you're going to notice that's name is over here. But if I put the follow-up date for tomorrow, it goes away. But what this is saying is this linked view that we have here, let me just separate so you see it. This linked view right here that you're seeing, this database, this view is linked up to this database. And what we have programmed here on this rule is that if the follow-up date has a start date that is on or before today, I want to see that lead. Why? Well, because that means that I didn't follow up with that lead, so I need to follow up today. So for you, as you're adding leads into your database, as you make the calls, as you add people to your sphere of influence, all you have to worry about is this follow-up date, and it shows up there. That's the power of the CRM that we have in place. But let's say Brian Client was a sphere of influence person for you. And for your sphere of influence, you've made the commitment, as we've talked about in this YouTube channel in the past, you've made the commitment that you're going to follow up with them every single month at minimum. But the system that I shared with you in that video of our SOI video, so sphere of influence video, is directly tied into the way that we've created this CRM. Now, this CRM, as an example, is once again going back to the touch date. You saw that I added the first letter of the last name here, so essentially the third. This is a visual cue and indicator for me. So if I added Brian Client to my SOI for the very first time, let's say today is the 19th, which it is it? No, the 20th, the 20th, which is today. If I just added this client today and I know that I need to start reaching out to this individual every single month, well, for next month, in order to make my life easier, all I have to think about is the 3rd of the month. Why? Well, because my follow-up, if it's a monthly follow-up, if I need to stay in front of individuals, in order to make my life so much easier And for me to not have to work 3 times as hard, all I have to remember is to categorize my leads based off of the first letter of the last name. So Brian Client, his first letter of the last name is a 3. So that means on the 3rd day of the month, I'm going to reach out to Brian Client. Now, if this buyer's name was Julie Swims, as an example, I don't know why, but Julie Swims, well, in this case, her last name is an S, starts with an S, and that's the 19th. So if I'm going to follow up with Julie Swims every single month, I'm not just going to randomly guess when I should be following up with Julie or stack everybody's follow-up date to the first of the month and then I'm reaching out to 200 people. That's not a sustainable way to do this. I break it down into 26 days of the month. And that means that there's 26 letters in the alphabet that I associate those days of the month with. So in this particular case, if I know that I'm going to go into a regular follow-up with Julie Swims moving forward, what I'm doing at this point is I am going to reach out to Julie Swims on the 19th of February, right? So let's say at this point, let's say, oh, this is a perfect example. Let's say Julie Swims was already on my list and I was supposed to reach out to her January 19th because again, it's the 19th of the month. You're going to notice that it shows up here. So you're going to click there, right? So I want to gift this to you. So if you want the exact CRM, just comment CRM down below and I will gladly send this over to you. So you're going to see this CRM. Now, what I want to show you here is you're going to have access to this. All you have to do is just duplicate it. But the important thing here is that you have a CRM. So if I wanted to create this, I would just do inline database. So this inline database is what you would need to click. And then here, if you're going to start it from scratch, which I don't recommend that you do, you see all these fields right here. You see all these fields right here. Well, I had to manually add them. And these are all the ones that we're actively using right now. So let me move myself here. So in order for this to, if you're going to build a brand new database from scratch, then you're going to need to add them into this new inline database that you just created. You're going to need to add these fields that are important to you, right? You don't have to do that, but I'm showing you exactly how to do that. Once you have your inline database, which once again, all you have to do is go and create an inline database. Then you'll see this little field right here. Once you've created that, that's step number 1. And then you start adding the leads that you have. So once again, you don't have to do that. Just comment CRM. And now I'm going to send our master template that we send to all of our agents. And if you're part of our production team here locally, you already have this CRM. Now, the beauty of that is if you're part of our team, we actually provide leads. So the leads that you're getting directly input into your CRM, those are from YouTube, Facebook, Google, they're everywhere since we're very effective at marketing. So for you, you don't even have to create the CRM. If you're part of a production team, you just have to take on the mantle and responsibility of following up. Everything else is managed by the ISA team. So you follow up with the leads, set the appointments as the leads are coming in, but the ISA team most times will probably step in, most times step in and help you book those appointments anyway. So you have some support. But with that being said, that's very important, getting your CRM going. Now, once you get your CRM, once again, I'll show you, all you have to do is go here to filter, add a filter, and then base it off of the follow-up date right here. Go to double click, add to advanced filter, and then you would add it there. Now, I'm not going to do that because I already have it here. This is the advanced filter. You're going to see the exact filter. It's going to be based off of the follow-up date, the start date relative to today, on or before, and then today. And that's the filter that would go in place here. So that is absolutely what you're gonna, oops, no, did I mess something up? Let's go to follow-up date. Start date is on or before today. There we go. Now we have that back. Good thing that we saw that. All right, this is exactly how to effectively manage your database. This is a CRM that you can quickly adapt into your business. So whether you have one from your brokerage or not, this is the one that I encourage you to use. As long as you're using it, actively following up, you cannot lose. The important thing here is not having a CRM, is by actually using it. And for another way to grow your real estate business, check out this video right here.